Hello everybody, here with ChaCha in our makeup room, which on Monday will be ready for business. You know that thing, coming in on a Monday thinking, okay, where am I at in my week? I'm going to be away from the office next week and I want to get lots done this week. I want to see this room looking amazing. I'm very excited for what we might do. I've been thinking a lot about the British High Street because we're looking at doing a few pop-ups, and when I walk down the King's Road, it's really interesting how many stores have closed. You know, Reese closed a really big store on the King's Road. Now they've opened up opposite in a slightly smaller space. Monsoon is gone. I think Accessorize is still there. But there is this change on the High Street, and I don't know how you feel in your hometown, but it does affect things. I don't necessarily think I definitely think there's more people buying online, but there's weird stats like 82% of British women buy their makeup in store and not online. That's really interesting. I think all of them close to London because there's so many women who didn't buy makeup for who are buying it online. But I just wonder how you deal with your local high street. Does it still provide you with what you need? But I'd just love to know how many of you would find, if you know, your thoughts on it. We want feedback on it. Should we do a pop-up on the King's Road or in Covent Garden this summer? We've got tomorrow the launch of a fabulous addition to Lip Light called Grace. It's a very pretty colour, ChaCha. If we described it compared to Sicily and Glinda. Yeah. So
it's sort of less loud, isn't it? It's more flattering. Where it's like champagne opal.
Champagne opal. Very easy to wear. Glinda is phenomenal on certain skin tones, and for other people it's a bit brown. And Sicily, I wear as much as I'll wear ChaCha, and it gives amazing life to other products. But I think that Grace is going to be the most wearable across the most skin tones, and you can put it on tons of other Trinny London colours, and it just makes them pop. ChaCha tomorrow with Nicole is going to do some swatching, aren't you, darling, of just what you wear with. So what are you going to show in that, darling?
What best things to layer it with, what colours it works well with, probably how it mashes up with the other two.
Yeah.
But that's all.
Yeah, that's exactly what people need to know. But we'll show you a little bit later today as well. But it's kind of joyful. It's wonderful for summer. You can wear it on its own, or you can put it over another product. Some people in this office put it on their eyes, but it does have a little bit of menthol in it, and so it's not legally. We'd suggest it, but people do a mash-up of Cecily, and it has been known. So darling, what are we going to do today? Because this bright blue is it's not my perfect blue, so when you look at this colour, what are you thinking?
I'm keeping it neutral, but with a hit of anything too warm with this much
cold
colours to me, it jars a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't want to take your makeup totally cold, otherwise you've got cold face and cold outfit. So we're going to do neutral with probably a touch of Lovers just to pop your eyes out a bit. But I was going to do a decent amount of Wisdom Mystery, a bit of Catch You on Your Mouth, probably Catch You in Your Cheeks. So a balance of neutral cool.
Okay. I do love this colour. It's a tiny bit too strong for me, but it's one of my favourite colours. Very difficult to wear, and always every few years it comes in season, that kind of cobalt blue. But it hardly ever goes with any other shade. Don't you find that, Lucy, if ever we've done it on This Morning? Because Lucy used to work on This Morning with me. And it just is tricky. And then I see it here in these, and I think that green, but only when it's metallic.
Yeah.
Like if that wasn't metallic, I wouldn't put that green with this blue. What else would you wear this blue with, Sean?
Apart from what?
Apart from white.
But I quite like that with fuchsia.
Oh, you would? Yeah.
I'd put it with neon orange.
Oh, that's lovely.
Orange.
Roxanne,
my sister-in-law has that
so
dress.
much.
It's amazing.
It's great.
Those colours.
She does that always with orange.
Yeah.
Because I have that sort of sheepskinny, you know,
Yes.
sleeveless gilet,
Yeah.
and that's exactly this blue with the orange and white. Very good point. So fuchsia or orange. If you happen to own cobalt blue, And I think what kills it, even though there's black here, I think black kills cobalt blue. I really do. I just think it drains its energy. And I would and then here it is on these lovely Serena Butte trousers, which I adore, but I would, it would be nicer if it was an orange stripe.
Yeah.
Yes, Serena, listen up, darling.
What colour is the stripe?
It's black, yeah. I know. And then this has a green in it here, because this green is like my worst green. Can you see the colour?
Oh, yeah.
So I don't like that near my face, so I tuck in the collar. I've been doing a lot of collar tuck-ins recently for different reasons, but I tuck in that collar to just take away the colour.
Oh, Je suis meow turned 52 today. Never felt better in my life, and Trinny London is much to thank for.
We love that. I mean, if you are contemplating moving your entire makeup to Trinny London, I think the joys that we hear endlessly are people who have friends who come up and say, have you changed your skincare routine? Because their skin just looks fantastic. And I was looking at our top sellers today, which kind of is embodied by that, so everything to do with skin. People gravitate towards, and skin texture, and still letting your skin be seen, but just at its best. So you're going to do Lavisha and then
I'm not
what-
sure,
what
I might
was-
be changing my mind.
Okay. Where are you at right now? What have you got on
I'm
now?
wisdoming, but
Oh,
it's
you're
doing
wisdoming,
quite a lot
okay.
for you, so
I know, because I was looking very tired this morning.
I might refrain from the extra shade.
I've been doing quite a lot of exercise, and this morning I did a band exercise, and I really feel it. It was just with 3 different bands, really simple. But I'm going to take them with me next week and do it every day, because I just, my muscles are slightly aching. On Friday, the whole team are going to go to Boxercise. What's it called?
Cobox.
On Friday. Well, not the whole team, but quite a few people. And we're going to all box together. So I've got to make sure I don't pull something before I go away. I can just see, I used to love boxing. I used to box 3 times a week with an ex-heavyweight champion, and it was at a health club at the Carlton Towers Hotel. And he was always rather sort of put his hand on your arm and stuff, and I'd always find him a little bit, he was very handsome, but just, it wasn't for me. But then I'd only discovered after he was there for 4 months, got me really fit, and then he was fired. And I was like, oh, why was he fired? Because he was stripping at least 3 women in the changing room every single week.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Not you, though.
And none of them knew about each other.
Whoa.
And so they all got so upset when they found out about each other that they got him fired. Just remember that now, God knows why. But that was my entry into boxing, and then I didn't do it for a while. And then I did it in Israel doing a TV show. And there was this very sweet, weedy boy, so we had to toughen him up. So we took him to this really tough exercise club where he learnt to box. And so he was so scared to do it. I said, I'll come in the ring with you and box. So we boxed together. And I remember I was so challenged. I did way too much too quickly. And then I sat down and I stood up quickly and I thought, I know I'm going to faint. And I literally went, and that was it. Yeah. It takes a lot longer to get fitter when you're over 45.
Boxing's really
50.
hard, though. Boxing takes a lot out of you.
Does anyone box? Boxing does, but it's just good for it's good for the kind of, oh, I'm frustrated.
Living La Vida Yoga says, when will you be able to buy Trinny in Australia?
Well, at the moment, in fact, it's in my inbox. One of the lovely ladies from Mecca did get in touch, and so we will chat to them. It's very difficult for us to think, how could we actually service selling in Australia? And we still are thinking it through. There's lots of things, and we listen to every single thing that people ask on customer service, and there's lots of things people ask. It's like, I noticed on the Trinny tribe at the weekend, lots of Trinny tribes saying, oh, they don't mention those colours they used to mention a lot, like Electra and Pookie and Magician. And I thought to myself, if you listened every day to Trinny London, you would, because we always, I mean, Charlotte every other week is putting me in Electra, and we do mention them, but how quickly they can think, oh, not being mentioned anymore.
Charlotte, what have you done there in the eyes? It's really beautiful.
I've just done wisdom and mystery. on the eyes, but that's why I love Wisdom, because you can
Build it.
do a lot
So
of things
soft.
that, yeah, so it's almost like invisible but effective
Yeah.
makeup. Like obviously you can see it, but it's not overpowering
Yeah.
any sort of part of your
You
face.
close your eyes, Trinny. Just... That's really nice. The mystery just...
Lifts it at the
Yeah.
front, innit?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, darling. And are you Chloeing?
No, I'm Catchering, but I'm going to mix it with something.
And what's on the cheeks,
Catchering.
Katrin?
Is it?
Mm.
A very good girl today.
Very good.
Gaga.
You're very gaga.
I'm very good girl today.
You're a little bit gaga today.
I am. I'm quite tired. I'm really tired.
Did you have a big weekend?
I didn't sleep that well last night.
Oh.
Yeah. And I had to get up early today for something, and I think I've just been up too long already. So I got to really wake up for this little film bit.
Do you find when you've had your makeup done though, that wakes you up?
Immediately.
Yeah.
And it also, that's why it's a tremendous luxury, because Charlotte's really busy today getting ready for the shoot tomorrow, to have ChaCha do my makeup. Because if I do my makeup when I'm very tired and I got to do it properly for telly, I could just do it really quickly, and I just need it to be done methodically and properly today. And then I know that when it's finished, whenever ChaCha does my makeup, and I look in the mirror and I feel like a different person.
Mm-hmm.
And when I take the time myself, so if I take the time that ChaCha's taken to do my face myself, I would have the same result, but I'm not trained up well to take that much time to do my face. That's the difference. Are you doing a bit of golden glow?
No, I'm
Oh.
doing an extra swoop of Trinny.
Okay.
What brush is that, Char?
This is setting brush from Real Techniques number 402. I quite like it for
Melding
that
it
kind
in.
of area, yeah.
There's lots of people asking for advice on hooded eyes.
Hooded eyes. ChaCha's hooded eye tip, darling.
It's to... Sorry, it's to... You need to make sure that all the eyeshadow you're going to be putting on, you can still see it when you open your eye. And it's more about clever, not too... I say start off not too bold colours, because it's more about shading that area of your eye in a convincing way to alter the shape, rather than bumming a
Show
load of colour
colour.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the colour, if you've not got it in the right place, it's
Ditch.
just distorting and
Yeah.
it's distracting. So it's more about, it is almost like, it's not a boring palette, but it's like,
So it's one that creates shape as opposed to creates colour.
Sorry.
So it
I've got
echoes
to run
you.
and get the brow, I thought there was some in that bag.
Okay. So it's one that creates shape as opposed to colour.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
about
yeah.
definition and contour and adjustment, not just, oh, let's whack this bold eye-catching colour on and hope for the best. Do you know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like, it's a bit more technical, but you've just got to sort of be patient. Yeah, it's nice.
Mm.
You've just got to be patient and sort of learn. It's about bringing the corner out, it's about pushing the top back, but it's learning where on your face, because every hooded eye is different,
Yeah.
it's going to suit you, and working in the neutral, putty,
Yeah.
not too...
We could do
shiny
more
colours.
films on that, you know. I think that a lot of people, I know you did one with Cheryl, darling, but I think we could do a couple more.
With Cheryl,
Do you do one with Cheryl? A hooded eye film? There's one on the
Do
blog
you?
which is makeup for hooded eyes,
2 seconds.
which was ChaCha doing it on somebody else. Let's have a
Or-
look and see if it's up.
Yeah, it's definitely there.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'd look with another phone, but I haven't got one. But I think if you've got requests like that, we can do them, because we're just planning our next month's films now.
Yeah, hooded eyes is a
And
good one.
hooded eyes, we could endlessly do, and looking, I think, for the different colour palette, maybe for 3 different types of women with the different skin, hair, and eye combinations. So Lucy and I remember that and put that to our list. Can you smile? Oh, and I'm beginning to wake up now. Thank God for that. Should we just look at the colour ChaCha's been using?
Sure.
While she's there. So we did a little bit, she's done a little bit of Katya, which is there, which is our limited edition. That will go out of stock very soon. If you love that colour, go and buy 3 tomorrow because we're not remaking it, I'm telling you now. And I know lots of Trinny tribe are like, oh, but it is limited and we're going to bring something else out with that shade perhaps, but a different texture. Then Wisdom, which is, where's Wisdom? One second, I can't find Wisdom. There's a bit of Mystery which ChaCha used, and then she used it with Wisdom. So those colours together. And there's just a lightness to Mystery, and Wisdom is very matte, and Mystery has a little bit of shimmer, so you can just see that action there. Then she used a little bit of, well, she was going to use Lovers and didn't. And then Katrin on the eye, on the, as a blusher, and you can see how well Katrin and Katya, they have a very good relationship with each other. Those are both quite sort of coolish shades. And then a little bit of Kate, which is the contour, and then I don't know if she's used yet any Starlight. I think she's a tiny bit of Starlight, so there's some Starlight there. So that's the palette so far. Okay. And now we're just doing with something else. A little brow movement.
Tracy asks about restocking Lady Jane VB.
Restocking Lady Jane VB is probably not till the end of June. So in the meantime, or even beginning of July, I'm really sorry because they sold out so quickly. So a good dupe for Lady J would be Electra, our fresh blush, which is a similar tone. And for VB, I was doing a dupe for VB the other day, but it was such a mishmash of colours. What would you say, ChaCha, for VB? Because I took a tiny bit of ChaCha and I mixed it with, what did I mix? I think I mixed it with Tashi. I mean, weirdly, Tashi Lip Lux is probably the closest. Because it has that sort of warmth in it.
Am I doing mascara on the top?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, Travelling Photographer Life says, please, can you ask how I get more of the purple tone in Desire? Should I work the product more? It just looks brown to me. With Desire.
I think it depends. When we talk about the purple tone on Desire, which we talk about, I think, looking on Nicole, but certain people with a different kind of skin tone will bring out the more purpley elements of Desire. Desire is a browny shade, and just, I think, if you have a very much warmer skin tone, I think ChaCha, that's when it brings out a bit of the purple. But I think if you have a cooler skin tone, it doesn't. But who do you feel it's more purpley on?
I feel on, I think on like Federica, I think it would be more brown.
Yeah.
It depends how far down the caramel scale you're going.
Yeah.
Where it would sit. But it is like aubergine espresso.
Yes.
It has got that brown hint in that base.
Yeah.
And really the sort of, it's the hint of aubergine in that base, but it's the top note of the crimson-y kind of shimmer that makes it have that purpleness to it.
Yeah. So if you're
and
looking,
I think also when it's sitting in
the
when it's sitting in a red head, it looks so purple. I feel like it's the overall picture as well. It's one of those colours, sort of and not movable, but affected by
skin, hair, and eyes.
Yeah. So like, you know, when a blue eye puts on a demon, their eyes look so much more blue. It's that I think I feel like it's that relating to, like, so I think with wigs it would look very aubergine.
Yes.
Not brown.
Yeah. Okay. So it depends on your skin, hair, and eye. If that's staying quite brown, it could just be that it hasn't got the combinations that's making it lift to the slightly more aubergine-y twist. And then you might be better off with the Lovers or a Strength, depending on if you want that hit and what comes up on your Match to Me.
How long do you think our little pots last?
Oh my God, I mean, like 3 times as long as I thought they originally would. But our foundation, which is our most expensive product in a pot, lasts literally a year. And even if you use it quite a lot, it would last you 9 months. So cost per wear is tiny. Cheekbones could last you a year and a half. the eyes could last you easily a year. The lip glows probably, if you're a compulsive 3 times a day wearer, they could be 3 to 6 months. And the cheek, again, I would say a year. So, you know, how our customers usually come to the brand is they come, they do their match to me, and they buy that first initial 3 or 4 products, and then they come back and then they sort of turn their stack into a tower. And then they get to a stage where they want to just keep buying more, so they do. And then maybe 9 months later, they start buying other product, you know, restocking. The BFF though does, if you use it every day with sort of 3 or 4 pumps, probably 3 to 6 months it could go. I use mine in 3 months because I use it a lot. And BFFI, I would say is about 6 months. What do you think, BFFI, Sean?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
6 to 8 maybe, depending on, again.
Yeah, depends on how
your
much you use
layerage.
it.
Yeah, I'm still on my first
Um,
pot and I use
yeah.
it every day.
But do you use it and then use it again at night, or do you use it once a day?
Just once a day.
Yeah, I think if you used it twice a day, I'd say 6 months.
Yeah.
And if you used it once a day, you could get it to 9 months.
Joanna's asking, is there a Trinny London mascara?
Fancy you saying that. I think you have to wait till the 25th of June to hear anyone use. Like a child. I feel like a child.
You feel like a child?
I feel like a child. I do. Yep. Now, do you put mascara on your bottom lashes? This is the big question.
Oh, I do.
So I think some ladies are very scared of putting mascara on their bottom lashes, but I think ever since ChaCha and I have worked together, you've always done my bottom lash. And it depends also how much of a, you know, how much, like Susanna, if you did bottom lash on Susanna, it would come off. Do you know what I mean? So if you're kind of always touching your face, then...
Happy birthday, Sue. I
Happy
meant to
birthday,
text you this
Suze.
morning when I...
Well, presumably
Way
she's
late.
watching.
No, but in case she does,
In case
then
she does, yes.
we name
Yeah,
checked her,
it's
so we
Suze-
should just
yes.
say it.
We should.
I don't think she's always watching, but
No. She's probably asleep now because she did a post and she was like up till 5 in the morning listening to music, so I think she's probably asleep. I did try and call her.
Okay, I think my work
Are we done?
is
Thank you,
done.
darling. So
Right.
just to recap, my love, we used... on... No, that's Kate. So you started with...
Wisdom and Mystery. Basically, I just built the whole eye up with that. Wisdom is one of my favourite
Shows.
colours.
It's really lovely.
How much versatility there
And then
is in
Catching
this.
on the cheek.
And then Katia on the lip.
Katya and Maddie,
Oh,
actually.
Katia and Maddie on the
Yeah.
lip.
Because I just wanted... I didn't want such the purpleness, but I quite like what it's done. There we go.
Great. In fact, will you do, I'm going to keep that up. So should we take a picture with those in it? Like
Yeah,
that?
I'll do it in a second.
Quite funny.
Yeah.
But holding them up. Okay. Well, that's it, everybody. But have a lovely day and we'll catch up soon. Bye.